Well, hello. I have a perfectly good camera. The remote control is dead, and I just filmed all this with a perfectly good camera, not being able to see it and all out of focus. So, we're going to do it with this. So, today I want to talk to you about the Montblanc 146. This is a pen I honestly never thought I would own. I own it. So, why do I own it? Because I was able to buy it for about the cost of a Lamy 2000. Otherwise, this pen doesn't excite me enough to buy it. And I'm kind of scared off by Montblanc anyway. I've learned that the size factor of the 149 is too big for me, and so I wasn't sure about the 146. I will say in my defense, besides getting it at a good price, this is one from the 1980s. So it has an ebonite feed and a couple other features no longer found on the current model of the 146. So let's take a look at my first impressions, then we'll come back here. We'll talk about how I feel about it now. Alright, so this is a pen I never expected in my life to own. It's a Montblanc 146, and I stumbled on it at, let's say, Lamy 2000 level prices. And this one is a vintage. It's not new. It's, from the 1980s, from what I understand. So it's a little different from what you'd get if you bought one now. So we take a closer look at this guy. Of course, we have the infamous bird splat on the top. Fairly unassuming clip with kind of stiff. Then we have words, which I can't read through the camera. So it says Meisterstück 146 Montblanc. So we'll just rotate that around so you can see it. Sorta. I hope this is coming up better than it is on my preview screen. Screw cap, so of course unscrew the cap. We have a grayish colored ink window. I think now they're sold with a segmented ink window. And the nib, holy buckets, that's bright. Black on black was not working with my lighting. But it has more that I can't read. I gotta put this under the loupe for my sake. Okay. So we've got a 4810, an M, which either stands for Montblanc or medium, and then a 14 karat. So this is a 14 karat nib, and I believe this was one of their last ebonite feeds. Classy pen like this, what would be the best ink to put in it? Probably something I can wash out of it later. So we're going to put in a nice bit of Parker Quink washable blue. So the piston, put my finger behind it so you can see it, runs smoothly. So we'll snort out some ink. Oops, I pulled the nib out of the ink there. Bubbles. No bubbles. So now we'll just put a drip or two into the bottle. We'll line the piston back. And we'll wipe it off screen. Of course, what we have here is a Montblanc 146. The ink in it is Parker Quink. Washable blue. I think you can already see that this is a pen that needs a wider line, but this is what I have, so we'll just work with it. As far as flex, we already see some line variation. Just do as lightly as you can. I think the skip was my fault. And then a little bit more. Oh yeah. And then of course we'll do a little oblique test. So definitely not oblique, but definitely has a stubbish character and some flex. So I'm pretty impressed. Wetness and flow. I think it did very well with that. I'm impressed. Smear test. This does seem to be a wet pen. Oh yeah. On this snow day, I've been doing a lot of pens, and I finally got one where I've done enough Parker Quink washable blue in a row that I'm not getting the other colors on my finger in this. Smear test. And of course, reverse writing. Why do you do reverse writing? Because some of my viewers are artists and use their fountain pens in that way. And I don't feel a difference. That felt good. And I'd say that's more of a Western fine. And finally, the world famous Peer Gustafson test. And I think it passed that one with flying colors. So I like the quality feel of this pen. It feels right in my hand. I've never handled its bigger brother, the 149, but I have handled a Jinhao X159, which is the size of a 149, and this gets the size right. This is a good feeling pen, so I'm curious to see what I think of it in the days ahead. Right now, my impression is favorable. So you'll hear from me, well, when you hear from me, about this pen. For reference, it's November 11th as I write this. So whenever I finally publish the thing. November 11th, 2022, because there have been a few reviews that have set for years on my computer before they, oh yeah, I should do that one. So, yeah. But very, very favorable immediate first impression. That was the Montblanc 146. So, do I still like it? That kind of thing. So I mentioned I got it at a good price. I mentioned that it's a 1980s version. I appreciated the ebonite feed. I like the bluish ink window. And it turns out, I've said I don't like the size, the form factor of the 149. This is a good size. This is a comfortable pen to hold, so I appreciate that. I like writing with it. In fact, I inked it up with Parker Quink washable blue, as you saw in the video. And then when that ran dry, I inked it up again, and again, and again. And then I said, okay, this is stupid. Let's clean it out, get something else in it, find out if you like it, and do the second half of the video. So I'm finally doing the talking part of the video. Yeah, I like it. It's got enough line variation to be interesting. It's got wonderful flow. It's very comfortable in the hand. It looks classy. Except for the bird pooped on the top of it, but we'll get over that. As for pocket test, boom. Perfect. So, all in all, I'm very happy with this pen. Would I go out and buy a new one for what they cost? Oh, heck no. But for what I paid for it, I'm very happy. So, yeah, it pays to sometimes go out of your comfort zone, which I did. And again, I apologize for the quality of video for the me talking part. I have a beautiful camera that I used to film me talking. And because my remote control had a dead battery, although it seems to be alive now, it's coming to life. It was a brick. And I couldn't remote control it. I ended up blurry the whole time, and I just thought, no. So I'm using my live streaming camera, which is not give the quality picture, but whatever. The important thing, the pen was looking good. So I want to thank you for watching. And yeah, it was a good one. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.